Bonjour, no, dimanche. Ugh, pile of snow, ice melting away, and we are left with. Okay, so we're gonna do grocery run today. I have a few things that I want to plan, which is game development. It's March. I've been neglecting my game development a little bit, but at the same time trying to understand a little bit more, because I played a lot of games lately. Some games more than anything else is how to learn like what makes, like why some games that I like, and if I were to create something, what are the things that I should look out for. That's number one. Number two, of course, decision, because you can't put every feature into a game. That does not work. You need to put a main feature, or rather a core gameplay, no, not core gameplay, core feature, like that's like why this game is like what makes this game stands out, something like that. And of course you put all the supporting features. Whew. And obviously the next part is polish, because gameplay can be very simple. Like some of the games that I've been playing, the gameplay is so very simple. It's as simple as it can be. But why it's a little bit more engaging? Because you got a lot of side activity to get from one point to another point, or rather to get to your goal, which is nice. And then some games, like once you reach to a certain point, it just fizzles out. It's like boring, nothing else to do, which is normal, because games, like if you take chess, like chess can only play like this. You only can do so much variance or play style. Yeah, but then it's engaging because it's chess, right? See who gets the better play. Let me cross the road first. Okay, so that's that. And then I think that's about it. Yeah, for game development. So I need to push out some of my simple games out there, make sure it's done, it's complete, like check them out. Alright, no, not check it out, like push, so that I don't need to worry. Not need to worry. Basically, just close the project. But of course, we want to release that game. Yeah, we don't want to close a project that I haven't released a game, so it doesn't add into my portfolio and stuff like that. So that's that. Of course, some game ideas are just boring, but I need to execute it because it has some feature or some learning knowledge that I need to get through before anything else. Or yeah, basically I just want to complete it, right? So that's that. And by thinking a little bit more, I also want to branch out to the NFT. Like I want to make games that utilizes NFT, but right now it's a slippery slope. No knowledge, no know how to do it. Okay, done my McDonald's and done my shopping. This one's a little bit high. Yeah, not gonna lie, but this round is a little bit more than usual because I decided to pick up $10 worth of fries, and it's curly fries, and of course 1 kg worth of bacon. Yeah. Okay, now back to one of the most important topic that I want to put out for today's vlog. It is well, basically NFT in general. Like I want to buy. So okay, before we say buy and whatnot, right? So NFT is as simple as a authenticator for whatever collection and digital assets you buy. That is the not say correct way of doing it. I think that's the final implementation for NFT in general, like digital authentication, which can be very useful for obviously digital assets and for many things to come, because most of our stuff is going to be digitalized anyway, right, at the end of the day. So that's one way to put it. So being said, as of the last 2 to 3 years, actually I won't say last 2 to 3 years, I will emphasize mainly on 2020 and 2021 first, because that's where Bitcoin starts picking up like crazy. And then obviously last year Bitcoin crash, right? Loses 66% of its value. So because of that, everything that has to do with cryptocurrency and NFT or drop down in value. That is something that I come in terms in that. Alright, I come in terms with that loss. Like I said, I think last year's vlog I did say, what if we were to lose all this money that I have quote unquote invested? Answer is, yeah, I'm totally fine with it. It stings a little bit, but it's not fun. Nobody likes losing money, okay? But more importantly, that experience serves as a lesson. It is a very important lesson to know and to understand how all this little thing goes on, and of course to test my tolerance for investing. Because on one end, people say, hey, why don't you buy stocks and stuff? Same thing. It is the same core thing, investment. And what if the company goes belly up? For example, Tesla went up a lot last 2 years, and then it crashes at the end of last year. Of course, this is due to how Elon Musk do his purchase and his little shenanigans. But if people bought Tesla on the high last 2 years, right, when it shot up, when SpaceX launches their successful mission, all I can say is yeah, I would have lost money too. So it's the same thing, it's the same cycle, and I've seen people lose money buying stocks. So it's the same thing, same concept, different platform, different assets. And if you're asking me why am I talking about NFT today, number one is I'm trying to figure out, is it worth buying land or digital land? But then again, after doing a lot of checklists, it's like close to why bother, right? Why bother? Because I want. One does not mean need, and one does not mean you should, or rather, if you could. Oh no, okay, wrong one. Just because you could does not mean you should do it or buy, right? That's one of the things that I've need to enforce a little bit more. Yeah, just because I could does not mean I should, but I want. So that's number one. Number two, it's mainly like I want to create a game or a collection on under the NFT. The only question is, how do I earn money? Is it worth it? What makes people buy? And all those things, which is quite interesting because NFT art is still art. Like nobody buys art and then expect a profit the next like a year or two. It's usually a long-term investment, and okay, to top it off, these are the investment that is, I would say, is high risk because art can go up or down anytime. And last but not least, when it comes to art, which means these are very niche investment, right? Anything has the word collectibles, collectible car, classic car, watches, except for real estate. Actually, real estate, include real estate. It is a very, very niche, although real estate is a different story. But all in all, these are very, very niche investment, especially when it comes to art and crafts. Very, very niche. Like cars, cars a little bit broad. No, car is still niche as art. Watches is a little bit broader, just a little bit, but not very broad. Real estate is broader, okay? Real estate because it's more of a need and an asset at the same time. So yeah, but when I say real estate, does not mean shops, okay? I mean land. I only care about land. All right, so that's being said, the land that I want, okay, you know what, let's don't call it land because people get confused for NFTs. The NFT that I want right now is a bit cheaper. A bit does not mean a lot. Still above $500. Whew, that is close, you know, it's above $500 US, okay? Not Canadian dollars. If it's Canadian dollars, then it's still you know what? Maybe, but it's not. It's US dollars, which is a bit tough. Right now. Anyway, so still in consideration, still in the back of my mind. But I think instead of focusing on buying, I will start focusing on making. Like, how can I make stuff like this and then earn in the potential future? Whew, anyway, that's a Sunday vlog. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, and also yesterday I didn't go for ramen. I went for McDonald's instead. McDong. Yeah, later I'm probably gonna go have some ramen. So I would say à tout à l'heure, but that's all I have for you on a Sunday. It's very interesting. Of course, rule number one, when I talk anything about finance, or no, anything that I talk about money, it is not a financial advice. And if you ask the most important thing, can I afford it? The answer is, in general, ooh, that's a nice Porsche. Missed it. That means, so if you ask if you can afford it, most likely it's one of those things where it says you can't afford it. Simple as that. And even though you can afford, does not mean you should. So that's it. If you ask anything money, save it in the savings. Until then, je te verrai demain.